Farmer sentiment improved slightly in May after falling sharply in both March and April. That, according to the Purdue University-CME Group Ag Economic Barometer. The index up 7 points from April to a reading of 103, but remained nearly 40% below its all-time high set back in February. The Ag Economic Barometer is based on responses from 400 U.S. agriculture producers. This month's survey was conducted between May 18th and 22nd. The index of current conditions improved in May, up 11 points from April to a reading of 83, as did the index of future expectations, up 4 points to 112. Now, in May, farmers were also a little more inclined to think now is a good time to make large investments in their farming operation. The Farm Capital Investment Index rose to a reading of 50. It was just 38 a month earlier. Now, collectively, all three of these indices improved in May, and each was down more than 30%, though, compared to February, as before the coronavirus impacted the markets. Well, the United Sorghum Checkoff Program announcing their selection of Leadership Class 5. It consists of 13 farmers from 5 states who will participate in an 18-month program. Now, several of those are from Kansas. Daniel Hopper from Leonardville, Deanna Lanier from Valley Center, Matt McCune from Plainville, Brant Peterson from Johnson, Brian Yunker from Spearville, and Kirk Zur from Quinter. And USDA has lowered its export forecast for fiscal year 2020. USDA's Economic Research Service says the COVID-19 outbreak has created a shock to the world economics that will cause unusual high levels of uncertainty for the foreseeable future. ERS projects the 2020 ag exports at $136.5 billion. That's down $3 billion from the February forecast, primarily due to reductions in bulk commodities. Projections for soybean exports reduced by $1.9 billion to $16.5 billion, due in part to a competitive Brazilian export market. Corn exports projected at $8 billion, down $0.5 billion, pressured by ample exportable supplies and weak domestic use for things like ethanol. And the forecast for wheat exports down $300 million to $6.1 billion. That forecast doesn't take into account the recent news that China was halting some purchases of U.S. ag products. You can find more ag news online anytime at agview.net. Stay with us. More in a moment.